Hey guys, Christina here, and I am so excited because we are joined by Dr. Heavenly Kimes from Married to Medicine. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and of course our Deputy News Director, Brody Brown. Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, I love Brody. You are all in your red.
A little
with
festive.
your chains.
Yes,
looking
yes.
good.
Thank you, Christina. You are dazzling.
Thank
and
you.
Your Valentine's
Thank
Day
you.
themed
And
outfit as well.
Thank you, and you look gorgeous.
Thank you. I should have worn red. Huh?
No, that is okay.
No. We're representing.
Well, we, of course, are going to talk all about Married to Medicine. And, of course, it is Wednesday, so that means it is Magazine Day. And we have a lot to cover in this week's issue. We are talking all about Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall's bitter feud. It is getting nasty. We're talking about Britney Spears and her new boyfriend, and her boyfriend, and Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez's healthy relationship.
Yes.
Yes, but of course we want to hear from you guys, so please send us your questions and your comments. But first, we have to talk about this season of Married to Medicine.
Yes.
Yay.
What do you want to know?
Kind of
Everything.
But I know you just filmed the reunion 2 weeks ago.
We did.
So what can you tease for us from the reunion?
It's already public knowledge that Simone filed for divorce,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
hurt me to my soul.
Were you
Yeah.
surprised?
I was shocked.
Yeah.
She said it, but I never take her seriously, you
Yeah.
know? So it hurt me to my soul. It was a lot of bombs dropped at the reunion. It was a lot. I left there confused, just disconnected from a lot because it was too much.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Was there anything, did any relationships you have with any of the other women change after the reunion that you can
No, I
talk
love
about?
all the ladies except one.
Can you tell us who that one person
I
may be?
think you probably know. But you know what? I don't have any deep ill feelings for anybody.
Yeah.
I like to play, and certain people take it seriously, and that's their problem.
Yeah.
No, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the Barbados.
He knows.
Yeah.
I sure do. I sure do. I want to go back to the Barbados trip. That
Okay.
was incredible. And
Yeah.
I thought it was so touching when you had planned this out for your husband. Can you talk about the decision to bring him to his father's gravesite?
Yeah, when I took over the couples trip, I went to Barbados because my husband's biological father is from there, and he
Yeah.
met him one time.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't know his father, but I didn't think he had any ill feelings or anything like that. But I thought, wouldn't it be neat if I could find his gravesite? And I'm telling you, I caught hell trying to find it.
Yeah.
Because they're a third world country, like the computer system wasn't there. I had to go to each and every church on the island, try to figure out, and then we didn't even know the date of his death.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it was a
crazy.
lot, but I think it meant the world to him.
Yeah.
And he'll always remember that for the rest of his life.
Were you
great.
worried he would maybe react the wrong way? I mean, with something that emotional. He was like, wow, this is incredible, but I could see someone else being like, wow, I can't do this right now. But is it because you know him so well that you knew?
I think so. I think he knows my heart, and he knows that I wouldn't do anything that would be a negative thing for him. So he saw it, and it was profound. It was awesome, and he took it well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
How do you guys keep things so strong between you in your marriage? Because I know sometimes on reality, it can be a stress for some marriages.
We keep people out of our damn business.
Yeah.
Or you
I
tried
don't see how
to.
you get on reality TV to
Yeah.
do that, but I've done it.
Yeah. Good for you.
No, we're not perfect. Our marriage is not perfect. I'll say that over and over again. But I think we're perfect for each other. So
Yeah.
we both messed up, but I love him enough to overlook his flaws and vice versa.
Do you think being on a reality TV show puts a strain on
And
you?
magnifies whatever's already there.
Yeah.
it
So
sure does.
my marriage is actually stronger. I hate to say,
Yeah.
I almost feel bad.
No, you shouldn't. You
But
shouldn't.
I see the love he has for me. He sees the love I have for him. And the problems that probably were there with other couples, they can see that as well.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's stronger?
Because we can see ourselves. You're talking about mine?
Yeah.
Because I can see the love he has for me. He loves me unconditionally, even when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm wrong sometimes. I say it, but he doesn't care. You know what I mean? He backs me regardless,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. What about Quad and her man?
Yeah.
What do you think about that situation? Do you think that it's something that can be fixable? Because you're right up in there watching what's going on between them.
I love Quad. She's a genuine person. And I say all this to say, they both selfish. Like, it's hard to work something out when both of you all are putting yourself in the middle, in the center.
Yeah.
You have to pull yourself and put the other person. That's the only way this can work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that
both
makes
of them
sense.
not doing it, so how can it work? I don't know.
Yeah. So you don't think that it looks good for the two of them? You don't think they're going to be able to?
I would say I hope the best, and I continue
Yeah.
to pray for them, and I think they should pray together.
Yeah. Because it seemed when she was here that she wanted it to work. Right?
Yeah, but she said there were major hurdles, and it didn't seem like he
Those
was
major
interested.
hurdles come out in the reunion. That's okay to say, but it'll come together for you.
What were
Okay.
some of the highs and lows for you this season?
Some of the highs was the Barbados
Yeah.
trip and
Yeah.
me doing that and being over the whole trip. Some of the lows was the marriages. Like to me, I'm a jokester. I'm going to joke my way through problems and stuff, and people don't deal with things the same way.
Yeah, of
So when
course.
I'm joking, some people resent me for being funny about it. But it hurt my heart. Some on them, I'm still ready to cry because
Aw.
I looked up to them for their marriage, and they were best friends. So when that doesn't work, it makes it look like everybody like damn.
Yeah. What about Dr. Jackie and Curtis? Because what we saw on the Barbados trip, you know, when he pulled Toya onto his lap, it seemed like he's not necessarily taking things seriously. You see them, it's very vulnerable. They're talking about their relationship. What do you think the likelihood of them actually fully reconciling is?
I love Jackie. She's one of my favorite people on the show, if not my favorite. And if she asked me to jump over a bridge, I probably would, because I trust her enough that something's on the other side that's great. I say all this to say this. She let him off too easy. She didn't give it enough time. She didn't get it crazy. I would have had to have some hair, some teeth, something. He's going to remember this. I'm not saying I would leave.
Yeah.
You make that the choice for yourself.
Right.
But don't give him too easy. He's going to
Yeah.
do it over. I ain't going to say that. Jesus. But you need to let him know you crazy.
Yeah.
Daddy would know better
Yeah.
than to get caught.
Yeah, no, it's true. Also, it was so interesting when you talked about your husband. You were like, if he did something like that, it wouldn't be something that he meant to do. Can you clarify that? Because I thought that
Yeah,
was...
I mean, I tell the truth. A lot of women will sit around and say, hey, if my husband did this, I'm going to do that, and the other. And it's almost funny that I'm telling the truth because I said it and then they did it. Oh, no. If I caught my husband, I'm going after that bitch. I'm coming after that woman,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they did it. Like, but it sounded insane to say it.
Right.
But I was just telling the truth. Like,
Yeah.
my daddy loves me. If he slept with another woman, it was her. I promise God he didn't mean to do it. And he damn sure didn't mean to get caught. I'm just saying. Is that wrong to
Oh
say?
my gosh, Dr. Heavenly.
It's the truth.
You're the best.
That's how I feel.
But no, listen, I appreciate that. And I think there are definitely people who feel that way too.
They just won't say it because it doesn't sound right.
Yeah, no, I was shocked to see Curtis on that trip with Dr. Jackie, and it looked like, you know, they're starting to mend things, and
And that pulling on the lap,
yeah,
to me, and this is where my mind went, you don't have respect for Eugene. Toya's husband, like Toya's husband sitting right there, and Toya don't have respect. She sat there and stayed. Both of them were wrong.
yeah,
He pulled her and she stayed there.
Yeah.
I would have got up like a hot potato. But I don't think that Curtis would have tried my husband like that. I think it was a lack of respect.
yeah. No, that's very interesting. Who are you closest to from the cast? What-
Jackie.
Jackie.
That's easy. I love Simone.
Yeah.
I love Quad. I love Toya. But Jackie, she and I go to church together every Sunday. We do a radio
nice.
show together called Open and Honest, and we talk about everything.
Yeah.
So I see her the most. I talk to her. I text her dang near every day. Yeah, Jackie.
So you see a lot of the cast members outside of
I do.
filming.
I see
That's
most
nice.
of them except one. Yeah.
Except
Who would that one be?
I'm just going to narrow it down. Mandy R says, Dr. Heavenly, I love your hair.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I have another question. Does the show make your practice more popular?
It does.
Yeah,
I know
I'm sure.
that there are some people that probably would never come to me because I'm on a reality TV show, but I can only see so many people, and I actually do procedures that take hours. So it ain't but so many new patients I can see a day. My
Yeah.
office is flooded, honestly.
Do people come in and just talk about the show nonstop?
If they pay me, then we can talk about the show. But if not, no.
You're like, okay,
I
stop
take a picture and
Right.
everything. Yeah. If I make your smile
love
beautiful, we
That's
can
amazing.
How are you celebrating Valentine's Day?
Well, I'm here with you.
Yes.
But
Thank you.
Daddy did send me roses to watch what happens. Can I say that? No. Jesus. Daddy sent me roses here to New York. He made sure I got them for Valentine's
Very
Day. And I love him. And it ain't just that he sent the roses, because it ain't about the gift. It's
Yeah.
the thought that he had to take the
Yeah.
time to find where I was
Yeah.
in New York
That's
to get him
hard.
here for
Yeah.
me.
And you guys have been married for so long. I know you're also a relationship expert.
I
So
am.
how do you suggest for people that are in long-term relationships to keep the spice alive during Valentine's
You
Day?
just gotta let a person know you love them, and then don't be afraid to say it, you know. And if you're single during Valentine's Day, Valentine's is about love. You can love on your mama, your sister, your cousin. Go see somebody, or do love on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't masturbate like, you know.
Wait, first of all, why did you say don't masturbate, and why did you turn to me?
Because that was a big storyline on our show that one of the castmates masturbated. basis. So yeah, but
I was like,
anyway,
what?
but you love yourself. Buy yourself a gift. Do something nice for
Pamper
yourself.
I was like, please don't limit me, Dr. Helmy.
I won't limit myself
Amazing.
either.
Thank you.
Megan is saying, love how real you are.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm just being me. People think it's funny to tell the truth.
Well, it can be very hard for people.
Yeah, it can.
I don't have a problem telling the truth.
Well, we love it. We love it.
Especially if it's about someone else.
That's the easiest to do.
Amazing. Well, we would love to get your opinion on all the stories that we have going on in the
Absolutely.
magazine. So let's chat about it because
Okay.
Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall are engaged in a bitter public feud, and it appears that there is no hope for a truce. Now, Cattrall slammed Parker for posting condolences after the death of her brother Christopher. The actress wrote on Instagram that Parker's reaching out is a painful reminder of how cruel you really were then and now. Now, a source does tell us the two hated each other during the show, and many can't understand why Kim lashed out. This makes me so sad. I love this movie so much. I love the show so much. And
You love
now-
both the movies so much?
No, not the second one.
Okay,
Nobody
thank
loves
you,
the
thank
second
you,
one.
thank you, thank you for
I
clarifying.
didn't see the second one. I saw the first one. It
you're
was
not
great.
missing anything.
Yeah.
No, nobody likes the second movie. But it's so sad to see because a picture that they had like this great friendship.
Yeah.
And now if you find out that they actually despise each other.
Yeah, and there were rumors around when they were filming the TV show that there was some discord between the cast. But our sources in the story tell us that this was an ongoing thing, particularly between Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall, starting from season 2, when sort of fame and this competition got in the way. And that there was this bit of clickiness between Cynthia Nixon, Kristen Davis, and Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kim Cattrall was often excluded.
Is this a reality TV show?
sounds
That's
like it,
what
right?
Sounds like
Yeah.
to me. But as far as like reaching out to her on Instagram, I think that, and I love both the ladies. I will
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of insensitive. Like if you want to reach out to me on personally and call me,
Yeah.
that's different. On Instagram, you're doing it for the other people.
100%.
That's how I feel.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's really what our source said. Source close to the situation told us that because Sarah Jessica Parker had reached out on Instagram, that really struck a nerve with Kim. Because
would.
obviously
Yeah.
they worked together for so long, they have a lot of people in common. Our source said Kim really felt that if she wanted to get in touch with her genuinely, she could have done it directly.
Directly.
With a phone call.
But I was so surprised when I saw Kim's response. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
because she had just said thank you to my Sex and the City
Yeah.
cast and family for reaching out and their support.
She
during
was
this time.
emotional. So I think
Definitely.
she'll come back and probably apologize. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know to apologize, but I think
But I understand how she felt. the way
Right.
she
Yeah, I definitely understand.
But being on set it must be hard being around somebody that you don't particularly like.
Not for
In
me.
that-
I don't have a problem with it. Honestly, I don't. I just really don't. I love most of the ladies. We have a good
Except for
time.
that one.
It's one person that I would say even that I don't like her. I just think that she's fake and she's phony and she lies.
Yeah.
And that I can't stand a liar.
You're right.
Back to I'm bringing it back to Married to Medicine. But yeah. But if she would tell the truth, I would forgive her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that can really go a long way, telling
Right.
the truth.
Yeah. Brian says nail in the coffin for the third movie. I don't know because there's rumors that they would kill Samantha off
Yeah.
or just bring somebody else in, but
I think
it won't be the same.
one of our sources said that there was no way Kim Cattrall was ever going to do this third movie.
Right.
And I think, obviously, people with the HBO family and a lot of the cast thought they could make this happen. But Kim really had no interest in doing the third movie. But I think there is obviously a lot of interest. There's a lot of fans who really want to see a third movie. The cast really wants to make it happen. They can figure out a way.
I think everybody has their costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can make
definitely.
anything happen.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
the
you
right
sure
one.
can.
Yeah. Right.
Everybody has their number.
Yeah.
It is just so interesting that this is coming out so many years after the
Yeah.
the
The
second
first-
movie too.
It's been 8 years.
Yeah, it's been
since the
8
second
years.
How long
movie.
was the first one? Because I remember it seemed like yesterday.
Probably
It
like
didn't seem that
12
long.
years.
Oh, yeah.
I would
Wow,
imagine.
about 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
That's
long
crazy.
time.
Love that movie.
I do too.
Yeah.
So good. All right, let's move on to Britney Spears because she and her boyfriend Sam Asghari are getting serious with an insider telling us they are head over heels in love and that they are so in love that these two could be planning for a baby. The Spears insider tells us that she was young when she had Sean and Jaden and she feels much more mature now. Plus, she would love to have a little girl.
Did I miss something? Is she married?
She's not married now.
How y'all planning the baby with that? I'm just saying, I'm not judgmental. Lord Jesus knows that it happens like that sometimes, but I don't think people plan it that way.
I don't know.
Sometimes they do. I mean,
does
listen,
things a little different.
she does her own thing.
But why do we have to say how much in love I am and put it all on the tabloids? To me, that's overcompensation for something. That's just me. That's my
No, I
thought.
get it. I think it's
Yeah.
interesting because I think you see a lot of people in Hollywood now who have seen that sometimes marriage doesn't work for them, so they go a different route. And
Yeah.
sometimes people are together for a long time, like Amy Adams and her partner. They
Right.
were together for a long time. They had a kid before they got married. So you see, I guess, untraditional ways of doing
Sure,
it.
yeah. And she was married before, and that didn't really work out.
What?
So,
She's not still married to Kevin Federline?
no, I wish.
I don't wish. That was like a very crazy period.
chaotic.
It was chaotic. Christina, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and our source said that they're actually a really great fit together.
What's your source? You keep saying source.
You know their
source.
their sources
Yeah.
are on Dr. Heavenly. Their sources are on Married to
yeah, it's
Medicine
the
all the
source.
time. Yeah, but he's also incredibly hot.
Oh yeah, oh my God, he's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, and he's
Dr.
like
Heavenly,
all
have
over
you seen him?
Instagram, like
I'm
showing
looking
it
at
up.
him
The two of them are working out together. One of our sources said that he inspires her to be even more fit,
Yeah.
and she is in awesome shape.
She is
right
in like
now.
the best shape I've ever seen. Like he's beautiful. Look at
There's
him.
like
Looks like he's good for her.
yeah.
yeah,
He's
yeah. If he's
beautiful.
bringing out the best and making her healthy,
Yeah, that's
and
all that matters,
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
really great thing.
Kristen asks Dr. Heavenly, when is it too late for kids?
Well, Janet did it at 50.
Yeah.
I guess it's your personal preference. High risk is after 35, so I wouldn't recommend after 35. Freeze your eggs, ladies. Freeze them. I think after 35 is high risk. I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it after 35.
Yeah,
But 50, it worked for her.
It
came out
sure
okay.
did. It
It
I'm
sure
sure I don't know how
did.
much she paid and what kind of stuff she had, but
I mean,
it worked.
she was married to that very, very,
Billionaire.
very
Yeah.
wealthy man.
He was.
Yeah.
I would have had his back. Ooh. Pray for me, y'all.
Listen, I would have had one of his babies
See
too,
there?
but
Oh my
so we're
That's
not.
so funny. Allie is asking, do you guys have a favorite Britney era? Ooh.
Oh, whoa, that's a really good question. Do you ever listen to Britney Spears? No, I
I
can't
do.
imagine. You do a little bit?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I can't think of a song, but I knew Britney when she was young, like
Yeah.
Slave,
young Britney,
Toxic.
before cutting her hair off.
Yeah.
yeah.
Blackout was
Blackout,
an
yeah.
incredible, incredible album.
really
I know
was.
she was in a bit of a strange period, but
Yeah.
that was an awesome. I was just listening to Phonography the other day. Like there's some great stuff in there, but
I mean, that's still
Piece
the
of
Slave
Me.
for You. Toxic performances at the VMAs was still.
Oh.
yeah, I let her grow up a little bit. Like
Yeah.
I like the sexier, more like electronic Britney.
No,
Me
definitely.
too. Me too.
Yeah, somebody said shaved head and umbrella. Oh, that was a dark time for
Oh,
Brit.
that was probably not her
no,
favorite
that was
time
not her. That
period,
was a dark
no.
time.
Yeah. But it is interesting because in the story we do talk about, we give an update on her conservatorship.
Yeah.
Because obviously she's been under a conservatorship since that period when she was going through some struggles, and our sources have said she's in a lot better place now,
That's
which is
wonderful.
which is
That's
really good to
wonderful.
hear.
Yeah,
we
it
need
is.
to just get away and just and get ourselves together. That's
And
all.
reset.
Yeah.
And then a man can either tear you down or build you up, right?
Yeah,
Sure
no,
can.
Like
it
a
seems like
shit
he's
ball.
building her up.
Amen,
Yeah.
it sure can.
Also, if you don't follow her on Instagram, you should because it's fantastic.
Yeah, and she has a very quirky sense of humor.
does.
Some celebrities, it's all about like looking perfect and this incredible like mise-en-scène, and Britney is just like
Do
goofy
runway
and
shows.
like little strange characters.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's only 23 years old, so they have quite a big
You,
bit of an age.
you
wow.
go, Britney.
Yeah.
And how old is she?
36, I think.
Yeah,
That's
she's
what I'm
33.
talking about.
Yeah.
That-
Get it, Britney. Get it,
At
Britney.
23, would you be mature enough?
What? Who, what? Who cares?
Right? Who cares? That's my boy too.
Right.
His baby.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber because they are back together and have made strides to improve what didn't work the first time around. An insider tells us it's all about communication, and they always want to be open books and keep things honest and real. What do we think about this?
I think she's very honest and real. She's in a very candid part of her life. She just did a big magazine interview where she talked about her depression and anxiety. And as we reported, she sought treatment, sort of like a tune-up in New York recently to maintain her health and to make sure, check in with herself, make sure she's okay. And our sources have said that Justin and Selena are very involved in their faith right now. They're communicating better than they ever have before. We've seen them go through a lot of rocky things. They've been
Yes.
on and very much off. So now maybe they're it sounds like they're in a much better place, a much
Sure.
healthier place.
Dr. Henley,
I was
yeah.
going to say Selena Gomez, great person, Justin Bieber, great person separately. But until he said they got back to their faith, that's what the key is. Once you
Yeah.
get back to your faith, then you can make it work. Honestly, I wasn't thinking it was going to work till he said that
Yeah.
exact word.
Yeah, and they're
They got
off.
back to
They're
their faith.
seen going to church a lot.
Wow.
So I think
That's
it's
what-
really
that's
helped
what
them.
it takes.
Yeah, no, definitely. Dr. Helen says, what advice would you give for them for a healthy relationship?
Keep their Twitter people out of their business.
Yeah.
Don't listen to those people they don't know. I mean, Twitter's great. Don't get me wrong. I love the fans, but sometimes you can hear so many different opinions. You get confused your damn self.
Yeah.
Totally.
Can I say damn?
Yes, you can say whatever you want.
You can. People on social media like to chime in about, how your dress looks, who your friend should
They don't
be.
know. So you can't base your opinion on your loved one based on what somebody says. So I think just staying to yourself, keeping communication
Sure.
open, and definitely keeping God first.
Yeah, but it's hard because they've gone back and forth with each other so many times.
have.
So a lot of people do
That means
think,
true love, because
Yeah.
I would have gave up a long time ago. So when you keep going back, that means there's
That
something
means there's
special
something
there.
there.
I think so.
Yeah, I like that.
I like
That's
them.
good.
I'm rooting for Jelena.
I'm rooting for them as well.
Yeah.
They look cute together too. Look
They
at
are
them.
cute.
He
Ew.
looks like he really loves her. Look at that.
Oh, that's from
And
a
she's
that's
cute
from
as
a,
pie.
That's a
little
long
while
time ago.
back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
He
yeah,
comes
yeah.
to do new carpets.
Yeah,
when we
he's
get
like a
some-
little bit
Yeah.
older now too,
They
more
are.
like roughed up.
They are. Well, Dr. Heavenly, thank you so much for coming by. This was
Thank
so
you.
much
I
fun.
love
You guys, thank
you.
y'all so much for watching our
Yes.
show. We're on every Friday night at 9 p.m. only on Bravo TV. See, they train
love
me
it.
well.
Yes, they do. Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's
Thank you.
Day.
Happy
Thank you.
Valentine's Day.
All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For much more on these stories, head on over to usmagazine.com and pick up the latest issue of Us Weekly on newsstands right now. We'll see you guys next week.